In this video I'm going to talk about the various pattern modes in Ultrabeat. Here is Ultrabeat, and instead of using this view where we can only see the step sequencing for each instrument down here, we're going to go to the full view where we can see the patterns of every drum that can be played. And of course we've got all the normal controls that we had. Alright, I'm gonna clear the pattern and we'll start a new one. Let's just build something like add every downbeat there, and let's play it to hear it. Okay, let's add every upbeat and let's change that randomly. Let's put a snare here, clap here and there, and let's put a closed hi-hat on every downbeat. And let's put an open hi-hat, say, on every upbeat. And let's add a few, alter these randomly. Don't like that. We could actually just throw in a few more of those. Alright, so we can experiment and come up with our beat very easily. So we have a pattern. Now, this is just one pattern, but what we can do is we can have many patterns. If you look down here, there's another pattern here, and another pattern all down here. And each of these has got a key number next to it. That's key number C-1. Now, so that means with a MIDI keyboard, if we were to play the note C-1, which is 2 octaves, or the C, which is 2 octaves below most 5-octave MIDI controllers, it will play, when we turn pattern mode on, it will play the pattern that we've got here. So C will play the C-1 pattern. If I play a C sharp, it'll play the C sharp pattern. D, the D pattern. So I've got to just connect in a MIDI controller of some description, or I could actually use the musical typing and set it so that it plays these low notes. These are low notes that we don't normally use. So you can transpose it in the inspector, or you can transpose it on the keyboard itself. But as long as you've got these low notes, it'll work. So it has a couple of different modes, 4 in fact. The standard one is toggle, so you play the note, it plays. You play the note again, it stops. So it toggles on and off. One shot trigger means you play the note and it plays once, and as soon as it finishes the pattern, it stops. Another one, sustain, you play a note and then release it, it stops. Play it again, it stops. So it only plays as long as the key is held down. One common mode that I used to use on stage quite a lot a few years ago is toggle on step 1, where when the sequencer is running, as in Logic sequencer, when it comes to a new bar, it will then play the next pattern that you triggered on the keyboard. So what this means is if we're playing, this is a click coming from Logic, and I just hit the note, yeah, I've hit it, and when it came to beat 1, it started. Now I'll play another note, So when it came to the end of the pattern and went to, instead of going to step 1 of the old pattern, it went to the new one. Okay, so that's pretty handy for live. Okay, what we could do is obviously record that. So if I go back and I just record in my Logic track, so I'm recording, I've got that one, then I played another one, I'm playing another one now, and another one, and I stop. So when I go back and I play the track again, the first one didn't sound because it was quantized out of time, or I played it too early. So if that can be fixed by quantizing that note or just dragging it. So that results in a track that looks like this. We've just got a few isolated events whenever we want to change the pattern. What we could also do, if we wanted to, let me get rid of that, is we could take these patterns and drag them into our arrange window. So I've got D, I can put it, oh hang on, what happened there? Drag, put it in here, and then I'll take a C, and I'll say I'll put that somewhere as well. So we've now got, oh, so the first one disappeared because I missed. But if we play here, now instead of it using the internal sequencer, we've got all of the MIDI notes that were in the pattern, which I could obviously quantize because I didn't think I did them right. Oh, actually I did. And now to play them back, so that we don't play them within the internal sequencer and this, I'll turn the sequencer off. So now it'll just play it back as normal Logic data. So that's how I often use Ultrabeat to create drum tracks.